Hello and welcome to Breakout Media's third video blog. Now this blog today is dedicated to all those people who are hard working out there, those people who are business owners and self-employed, and also to those people who are unemployed and want to get into the job market but find that it's such a tough thing to get into employment now, hence why so many people go self-employed and think of starting their own business. I know for myself that was the case, that tired of being unemployed and working real hard to get into a job, and decided to create my own work. And it's not the first time that I've done that, but now I'm running Breakout and it's a real pleasure to be running Breakout one, for what it stands for, what it represents in terms of the brand, and the brand being I see my t-shirts almost as a journalistic t-shirt, having a comment on current affairs, things that are going on. Hence this t-shirt here, which I will come to more later on. But it's a real pleasure to be, when I'm on my market stall, speaking to people who come and they read the different t-shirts, whether it's like this, Crush JP Morgan, Buy Silver, whether it's the All Lies t-shirt, or whether it's Don't Steal, the Government Hates Competition. I watch people's reactions, and it's beautiful to see that there's something that's going on at the moment, that people know that it isn't working, that this system is not working. We're a failing society in many respects, in terms of, like, I would say, well, we can start from the top and go down, namely those in House of Commons, those people who are supposed to be representing the people who are voted into office are not serving the people. It's plain and simple. They are not serving the people. They are serving the interests of big business, and in particular the banks. And I just put it this way: if we really had free markets, if we really had a capitalist system based on, if you have a business and you're doing well, that you make a profit because you are serving the people, you're giving them what they want, what they need, and the profits that you make are based on the value that you are creating. Now, we don't really have that as a system when we've got big banks who plain and simply do bad business on one level. They do bad business and they get massive debts, and in this bad business that they do, rather than go to the wall and be declared bankrupt, their business has not worked, like it will be for you or for me. If we set up a business and it doesn't work, there's no one who is going to come and bail us out to the degree to which banks are being bailed out by the people. And so really, that's not capitalism. That is not capitalism. And I never thought, maybe 10-15 years ago, that I would be saying that I'm a capitalist, but I am. I'm a capitalist from the point of view, that if a bank failed, that it should be allowed to fail completely and let it fail. Someone who does better business will come up and offer a service. So those that fail us has to go. They have to go. That's capitalism. That's real capitalism, and not be bailed out by the people. So that's one of the reasons why we're finding it so difficult out here, because we're paying for somebody else's debts. We're paying for somebody else's mess ups, to put it nicely. So, when I'm on the streets, when I'm speaking to people, that sentiment is felt out there, and people communicate that to me, and I listen. I speak to all different types of people from all different backgrounds. It's amazing, from different countries, who are sharing with me their experience, or acknowledging the sentiment of Breakout Wear and what it represents, and the message that it's broadcasting, what it's in the community, really. So that's a real pleasure. I feel like I'm doing a real service, so that's brilliant. So and now with that alternative message that that so many people are resonating to, it makes me feel good inside with the work that I'm doing. So this is to say, all those people who are out there doing good work, and seeking to get rewarded for doing that good work, more power to you. Do it. Yeah. Now, this brings me on to my t-shirt that I'm wearing today. This is the Crash JP Morgan t-shirt by Silver. This was a campaign that was started some years ago by Max Kaiser, and those of you who don't know Max Kaiser, really do a search for Max Kaiser and check out what he's got to say, because I believe as a journalist, he's taken the story and telling the story about the financial terrorism. There's no two ways about it. Financial terrorism that is being perpetrated on the people of this country, and not just the people of this country, people of Europe, people of Africa, Asia, across the world. This is what's going on. We've got international financial terrorism going on, and some of the chief people involved in it, or organizations involved in it, are the large multinational banks who are being bailed out by us. So we're paying for our own to be terrorized. That's what we're doing. We're paying to be terrorized, and the international banks are being aided and abated by our governments. So we've got the international bankers who are being protected by our governments. Our governments now are fronts for these large banks. We've been sold. We've been sold. So JP Morgan, crash JP Morgan. Why crash JP Morgan? How can we crash JP Morgan? Well, first of all, what it says here by Silver, one thing to know, I'll say that this podcast is going on, or this video blog is going on longer than I thought it would, but hey, here we go. I've got there is something that I really want to share with you, and this is this to remember why crash JP Morgan and how we can do it. One of the things to do is to realize the historical value of silver. historically, silver, 1 ounce of silver has been equal to 10 days labor. So we're talking that one ounce of silver is really should be worth anything up to £900, that sort of price, if you think of a day's labor. And that's what it's been for thousands of years. 1 ounce equal to 10 days labor. So over the last 100 years, what has happened is that the price of silver has been, or the value of silver, I should say, has been suppressed. And and the way in which it's been suppressed, or one of the major ways in which it was suppressed, was when J.P. Morgan took a huge position on silver. And that it's important to be able to keep that in mind, that really 1 ounce of silver, which is, I've not checked it recently, but anything like around £18, 20 odd dollars. So that means that at £18, £1.80 is what we are supposed to be able to be living on, because that's a day's wage for a labourer. We're supposed to be able to live on £1.20. That's how much our money has been devalued. Yeah, £1 a day's labour now is about £100. So historically, we are saying that that 1/10 of an ounce of silver today should be around £90, that sort of price. Basically enough to deal with your family. Now think about it. If you had £1.80 and you knew that that could deal with your whole family, deal with, no problem. No problem whatsoever. That's the real value of silver. Now we've got a crazy situation where it's not like that. That's why we're working so hard for the money, for the wages that we get, and it's going, that money is going, is able to cover less and less. So buy your silver, yeah. It's £20 an ounce, roughly £23 if you're buying it from a dealer online. £23 plus postage, packaging, and what it is, that 1 ounce is really should be around £900. Sounds crazy, but it's true. Buy it, because J.P. Morgan has sold 100 times more silver in paper IOUs. They've sold the paper, they've sold 100 times more silver than exists. That means at some point the chickens are going to come home to roost. They're going to have to go out and buy silver on the market. They buy silver on the market, that means that the price of silver, that the amount of silver they would have to buy, that means that the price of silver will shoot straight up. Right. They don't buy the silver. They can't buy the silver. So all these people who have all these IOUs in silver, it's going to mean that they're not going to be paid. Then the price of silver still goes up for those who have physical silver, who are holding physical silver. When all these people who have silver in paper and in agreement but don't have the physical thing. That's what's happening. So protect yourselves, buy silver, buy, even if it's £20 a month, or £40. Look at what you can afford, and do it. Yeah, don't keep your money in the bank. For what? Buy your silver. Yeah, don't keep your money in your bank unless you're prepared to lose it. That's what I'm going to say for now. So the Crush JP Morgan Buy Silver t-shirt, I make one of these, and it is going to be available, or it is available on Breakout Wear's website. So visit the website, have a look, and buy yourself one, and buy the physical silver. Don't do what these shops say. Don't sell your gold, don't sell your silver. Buy silver. If you can't afford to buy gold, buy gold. I know the price seems high at the moment, but there's still a long way for the price of silver and gold to go to, because they're real. Yeah, compared to the paper money that we have, the fiat currencies, they are going out fast. So protect yourself, buy silver, visit a Breakout Wear, and get the t-shirt. And this is the third video blog. It's gone on a bit longer than I anticipated, but here you go. So thanks for listening, and thanks for viewing, and I'll see you another time. Thanks. Bye.